Hey there, my friend, welcome. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, founder of the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. And I want to shoot a video today to cover 7 simple signs that your body is telling you that can help you determine whether or not you're in good health right now or your body's saying, hey man, we got to fix some things. So these are 7 signs that you can check yourself at home that don't require a doctor or blood work. And that's why I think this is so powerful, because our bodies are always trying to tell us something, whether it's through our hair, our skin, our nails, our poop, and even our heart rate. So in today's video, we're going to cover some of these simple things. And the beautiful part is you can actually take these and implement these today to see what your body's telling you. And it might be telling you that it's time to get some things on track. So I know you're going to learn a ton in this video. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so I think this topic is absolutely fascinating because our bodies are constantly giving us information on how our body is currently functioning. And the big premise here is that our bodies want to be healthy, and when everything's aligned and it's functioning right, we're not getting aches and pains and certain kind of signals. But we know when our knee starts to hurt, there's some kind of dysfunction in that area. But our body truly, as an entire holistic mechanism, is constantly telling us things. And in this video, we're going to cover the 7 simple signs. So let's start with number 1. The first one is increased resting heart rate, particularly in the morning. And this is a trick that a lot of people don't know about, but if you start checking your heart rate first thing in the morning when you wake up, you're going to get like a baseline level. And for most people, this is normally anywhere from, let's say, 45 to 100 beats per minute. And this depends on how often you exercise. There are some genetic factors. Some people have higher heart rates, some people have lower heart rates, but the key here is to get your regular baseline. And then what you're going to notice is when you take your morning heart rate, if it starts to get more elevated than normal, so let's say you're normally at 65 beats per minute, but you find that your resting heart rate in the morning is more like 85 beats per minute, that is beautiful data. And it's actually telling you that your body is stressed. Because there's 2 branches of our nervous system, the sympathetic branch, which gives us this fight or flight activation kind of energy in the nervous system, and then the parasympathetic, which is the rest, digest, tone down. When we're stressed, we're in a sympathetic overdrive, and it's going to raise our morning heart rate. So it's a perfect thing that you can check in the morning to see, is your body in a stressed state? And a lot of athletes actually use this to see, am I overtraining? Am I overreaching? But I think everyone can benefit from this. So the key tip here in number 1, check your morning heart rate. And if you're finding that it's more elevated than normal, then your action steps is to start drinking more water, get a little more sleep these next few days, take some more deep breaths, and try to just chill out a little bit, because your body's telling you, hey, we're driving a little too hard, a little too fast. Check that morning heart rate first thing in the morning before you have coffee or any kind of stimulants to get a baseline, and then you can use this as a predictive factor in the future to see if your body's in a stress state. Number 2 is your poop. We do not talk enough about poop, and this is such an important topic when it comes to your health, because a lot of people don't realize that the human body is truly a tube. You are a tube. There is a tube from your mouth all the way through your esophagus, into your stomach, into your intestines, out your butt and your anus. You are a tube. In fact, I could take a long piece of floss, have you swallow a rock attached to that floss, and I could floss you on both ends of that thing. Truly, just think about that for a second. Weird visual, but you are really an entire tube. And what happens in the digestive tract is the locus in the center of your health. If there's bad stuff having in that digestive tract, and you're having inflammation, you're having changes to your gut microbiome, it's going to manifest in changes of your digestive health. So things to check in on constantly is, how frequently are you pooping? In truth, humans should technically have 1 bowel movement per meal we eat. So every time we eat food, it actually stretches our stomach and causes a reflex in our colon to give us, to move things through the intestines and actually have a poop reflex, essentially. When we eat, it stimulates our digestive tract to move food through, because stuff's coming through, so we should be pooping more often. So how often are you pooping? And if you're not pooping at least once per day, then we could improve this. And ideally, you could get it to multiple well-formed poops per day. So we want to look at the frequency of the poop, but also the quality of the poop. Is your poop watery? Is it hard? And this is telling you constantly what's going on in your digestive tract. If there's inflammation, if you're not eating the right kinds of foods, you know what that's like. You've had a big cheat meal and the next day your stomach's all wrecked, you're having weird poops, or you drank a lot of alcohol and you're having the beer SHIT, you got the idea. So this is telling us a lot of data, and not enough people pay attention to it and check in on it. I'm constantly doing this. How well is my digestive tract working, which ultimately is going to influence all the nutrients you're absorbing, and how well your body's functioning as a whole. So check in on your poop and see how it's doing in frequency and quality. Number 3, your hair, your skin, your nails. tells you so much about your health and your nutritional status. Because truly, these are like the end connective tissues where when we're eating foods, healthy foods, right? It's getting assimilated into our body. We're going through this complex metabolic process, and ultimately those nutrients, those vitamins, those minerals, those healthy fats are getting deposited in our cells, and they're helping us. And these end cells, the stuff that's in our hair, skin, nails, are often the last places to sometimes get nutrition because they're so far out away from the vital organs, but it can tell us a lot about our current nutrient deficiencies. So here's a picture of some healthy nails versus unhealthy nails. And so whether you're a man or a woman, your nails can tell you a lot about your health. There are so many different conditions, from liver conditions to nutrient deficiencies to inflammatory arthritis, that impact the quality of your nails. So do your nails look healthy? And if they don't, it's telling you something. Does your hair have that nice youthful shine? Naturally, this declines as we age, but you know when you look at someone, you're like, wow, their hair looks really good and healthy. It is a signal that they're healthy internally. It manifests on the outside. Is your skin dry? Is it constantly itchy? Are you dehydrated? Look at your hair, skin, and nails. It's telling you a lot about your nutritional status. Very few people who improve their nutrition don't see an improvement with their hair, their skin, their nails. These are these end connective tissues that are manifestations really of how good your nutrition is and how good your digestive health is. It all manifests in the hair, skin, nails, so check into that. Number 4. Clarity of your eyes. So your eyes are super important. And again, there's these tiny capillaries in our eyes. And the beautiful thing about the eyes is they're on a white canvas. So when we see changes to our blood pressure, one of the first places you can see it manifest is in your eyes. That's why when you go to a doctor and they're doing some heart screening for you, they look into the eyes and they want to see, is there damage to those small vessels? Do you have redness? And even when you're looking at things like diabetes, pre-diabetes, they're actually looking in the retina to see if there's changes in the vessels in the eyes, because those little capillaries in the eyes can tell you a lot. And if you've ever done a heavy night of drinking and you've seen that the next day you wake up and your eyes are more red and they're puffy, it can tell you a lot about your health. What you want is very clear, healthy eyes. So look at your eyes, everything around them. What's it telling you about your health? It can certainly tell you if you're tired. It can tell you some things about your blood pressure. So it's a lot of good things to look for the clarity of the eyes, and also some good hydration can definitely help with that as well. Number 5 is stiffness of your joints. Always good to check in. Are you more stiff than normal? And if you are, the first thing to look is actually your sleep. If your sleep's off, one of the first manifestations that's typical for a lot of people is they feel stiff, because your body has a series of arteries, veins, and lymphatic vessels that's carrying fluid throughout your joints. And when you're not sleeping well, those things are not working as well as they can, and it manifests in a feeling of stiffness and heaviness. You know when you're feeling great and when you're on your nutrition, you're drinking enough water, you're sleeping well, your joints feel more limber. If you're feeling heavy, things are really not feeling great, and it's time to stretch, sleep, drink more water, and maybe even do some fasting. Fasting is another great way to reduce your inflammation, improve your joint health, and again, to clear out that digestive tract and give that digestive tract a break. So always check in on your joint health and check in on your stiffness. How am I feeling today? In fact, today, shooting this video, I was traveling over the weekend. I went to New York, and my body is feeling more stiff than normal. I was on a plane for 10 hours, and I wasn't sleeping as good because of the time changes, and I can feel it today in my body, which is great. It's not like these are punitive signals. These are data points, and now I know, okay, my body's telling me, hey, Anthony, you're not functioning optimally. Make these tweaks and we're going to get us back on track. Next signal is SOB, shortness of breath. Are you finding that when you're doing activities that don't normally tax you, like walking up the stairs, that your heart starts to flutter and you just are taking big, deep breaths? This is a sign that your body's not adequately delivering oxygen to your muscles and your tissues. So obviously this can be caused from changes in climate. So you're going to a higher elevation, you feel shortness of breath when you're walking, but what happens when it's at home? Well, this is a good indicator that your body's not getting enough oxygen, or your body's in that stressed, sympathetic state. Often shortness of breath, you're going to find when you start tracking this stuff a little bit, is highly correlated with that increased resting heart rate. You're going to find that your heart rate's high, right? Because you're sympathetic overdrive and you're not delivering enough oxygen because your body's in a stressed state. Another good thing to check in, and if this is the case, perfect time to breathe a little more mindfully. Take those deep breaths. Try to take an inhale for 3-4 seconds and exhale for 3-4 seconds. That'll lower the heart rate, and it's also going to help oxygenate your body. We don't focus enough on breathing, and this is a good indicator that your tissues are saying, hey, I need more oxygen. Shortness of breath. And the final one is your irregular sleep pattern. Are you finding that you're having trouble falling asleep, or you're getting up at weird times? This is a huge indicator that there's stuff going on, maybe in your psychology. It could be a very stressed time and you're in a kind of pattern, but also with your whole biochemical rhythms. Sometimes it happens where our body gets so out of whack that certain hormones like cortisol that should be low at night night end up rising. And this could be a whole shift in our sleep patterns. And as we've talked about on this channel, we know that sleep is the foundation of good health. So your sleep schedule and how well you're sleeping can tell you so much about your health. And the point of this video is not to like freak you out about your health, it's to give you simple, practical, at-home ways that you can check in constantly to see how you're doing. Because being healthy is not about being healthy today, it's about being on the path to being healthy for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And these are signals that your body's telling you, and they can be gentle nudges and reminders to say, hey, I need to make some tweaks if we're paying attention. Our body is constantly telling us. We just need to really improve our consciousness in the sense of paying attention to what our body's saying and making the necessary tweaks. And these are very, very simple at-home ways that don't require fancy blood work, although I am a big advocate of that as well. But certainly here, your body can tell you these things. Just check in on the manifestations. I hope you found this valuable. I hope this helps you. And if you're interested in some of this stuff and you do check some of this stuff, post below on some things that you've noticed. And there are some other signs besides these 7. This is not like a definitive guide to, you know, the 7 only signs that your body's telling you that it's out of whack or in whack. But it's a good thing to track, and I'm always paying attention to these in some fashion, particularly in the digestive health, because this is one that changes very quickly. So hope you found this valuable. If you like great health stuff like this, I invite you to subscribe to our Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project channels. We literally have hundreds of videos on this channel that cover some of this, you know, big picture philosophical health stuff, but also direct workouts for building muscle, for burning fat, how to eat healthy in a simple, sustainable way, how to get your family healthy alongside you. That's what we're about here at the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. Thank you for being here. I hope you found this valuable. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, drop us a comment below and let us know, and subscribe to our channel to get notified when we publish new videos. You can check that little notification bell. We upload at least 1 video per week, and it's just straight information just like this to help you live healthier. I know you're going to love that. And if you're also interested in a free meal plan or free workout, we have that link below in the description too. Thanks for being here, my friend. I'll see you in our future videos, and I'll talk to you very soon.